We begin the CBS News Colorado studio with our political specialist, Sean Boyd, who is breaking down an issue that is on all of our ballots, Prop HH.
And Sean, we know this one's pretty complex.
Yeah, and I think supporters and opponents have only made it more confusing. One side says it'll reduce property taxes by hundreds of dollars a year. The other says it'll be the biggest tax increase in history. The truth is, the impact depends on a host of variables. Here's what you need to know if it passes or if it fails. The first thing you need to know is, regardless of whether Prop HH passes, property taxes will still go up, just not as much as they would have. According to state fiscal analysts, if you own a $500,000 house, you'll pay about $200 to $400 less than you would have over the next couple years. But in return, you have to give up a portion of your tax refund under the Taxpayer Bill of Rights or TABOR. Prop HH allows the state to keep hundreds of millions of dollars more each year that would have otherwise gone back to taxpayers. Most of the money will go to schools, on top of the funding they receive from the legislature. Meanwhile, state fiscal analysts say local governments and special districts will lose nearly $1.5 billion over the next 3 years. And over time, homeowners, too, could lose more than they save. It depends in large part on the economy. So what happens if HH fails? Property taxes will go up by an average of 40%. Unless the governor calls a special session. While the legislature can't keep and spend more money without asking our permission, it can lower property taxes anytime it wants. If Prop HH passes, you should know the legislature can also extend it indefinitely. And while the property tax relief is constant, the amount of money that the state can keep and spend grows every year.
Well, we know we've seen Governor Polis in a lot of political ads really pushing for this. So what groups are supporting and opposing it?
Well, education groups are largely in favor of it. No surprise, schools would see a windfall from this. The Municipal League, Colorado Counties, Colorado Special Districts Association, they're all opposed to it since local governments would largely lose money, and realtors and business groups are also largely opposed to it.
You've done a lot of reporting on this issue. Do you think it passes tonight?
You know, it's hard to know. Generally speaking, Coloradans vote against ballot measures that are complicated. They don't like that. And every other attempt to weaken the Taxpayer Bill of Rights or TABOR has failed. But you know, we know that homeowners are really worried about these rising property taxes, so they may be willing to make the trade.
Yeah. Let's talk about the possibility of a special session. If Prop HH does go down, do you think that the governor would call this?
You know, I just don't know how he couldn't. You know, I think the chances are probably pretty good. I don't see how the governor would allow property taxes to go up by an average of 40% in the metro area, 70% in some mountain communities, you know, especially since we've got property insurance. Also, I've done stories on this, how homeowners are paying more for insurance these days, too. So I got to think that the legislature, the governor would step in and do something, because some people could lose their homes, you know.
That, of course, just one of the issues we will be watching tonight. Sean, we know you will be here all night long. We're looking forward to that. Thank you.